On September the 8th, 2021, Larry Elder, who is the Republican candidate running for governor, one of the many Republicans running for for governor in California, because there is a recall in a few days. On Tuesday, there will be a recall on the gubernatorialship of Gavin Newsom. Well, anyway, while he was in Venice, California, a young girl with pink hair wearing a gorilla mask attempted to throw an egg at Larry Elder. While I support the recall myself against Gavin Newsom, and I oppose Larry Elder, and I live here in North Carolina, that is my position. If I lived in California, I would vote yes on the recall, and I would vote for the Green Party candidate in doing so. I don't think that Larry Elder would do as much damage in a different way to California as Gavin Newsom is doing currently. So you really just got shitty candidate A and shitty candidate B between Gavin Newsom and Larry Elder. I'm going to say it, my opinion on Gavin Newsom and Larry Elder. Fuck them both. So that there's no partisanship on my side except for Dan Kapoliwicz, who is the Green Party candidate running in California. I want him to win. But anyway, Fox News decides to go partisan about it, and I am going to go and, I'm going to respond very shortly, and give you my take on this. Here we go.
To everybody else.
I think that's one of the things that people say that they're frustrated with, right, is the hypocrisy. The other day when you had that situation, the woman in the gorilla mask throwing the eggs, causing disruption, I mean, that was something that was super disturbing. And I wonder if you know if law enforcement is trying to locate her, arrest her?
I do know that the L.A. County Sheriff, Alex Villanueva, said that it was a hate crime. If I had been a Democrat, can you imagine what would have happened? It would have been talked about in Bangladesh. They would have called it an example of systemic racism. But because I have an R at the end of my name, the story did not get nearly the kind of coverage I think it otherwise would have gotten.
Sir, it wasn't just one woman in a gorilla mask. There were several people there. It's all on camera. A lot of people are saying that this was assault. So then the question is for law enforcement, why has nobody been arrested?
That's a good question. Under this governor, 20,000 convicted felons were released early. Maybe the person that threw that thing at me was one of them. And we got the soft on crime DA in Los Angeles, who was endorsed by Gavin Newsom. Crime is going up. We have a 41% violent crime increase in LA. By that I'm talking about shootings and homicides. It's one of the many reasons why people are leaving California, and one of the many reasons why Gavin Newsom is going to be recalled on September the 14th.
When they asked for President Biden and Kamala.
Okay, well, let me get back here momentarily. Well, there's a lot to say about that. Now, as I said, I think it was stupid for the girl to do what she did, wearing a gorilla mask and attempting to throw an egg at a politician. Now, thing about it is that some people will claim that it was a hate crime, racially motivated, or what have you. And here, Fox News, talk radio, social media hacks, and Larry Elder himself would have been complaining had it been a Democrat being egged, and these Republican assholes would be crying, whining about how much of a victim a Democratic candidate running for office is. Oh, they just can't take a little joke about an egg being thrown at them. That's how they will spin it around. And the thing about it is, I just think that what the girl did was stupid on the basis that you don't go throwing an egg at your political opponents, no matter how terrible they are. but at the same time, this sort of thing is going to backfire, and this would probably do more to help Larry Elder than anything else. I think it was the dumbest thing in the world she could have done, as far as throwing it. Just on a partisan level, that was a pretty dumb thing. This lady made him look like a victim, and he's not a victim. And for the record, as I said, I oppose this young activist's attempt to assault Larry Elder with an egg and punching the guy that trying to restrain her. I just think it's wrong. He's a horrible candidate, but the thing about it is that Gavin Newsom is a horrible governor, and if he would have governed like a traditional progressive Democrat and not be your modern day corporate Democrat who basically offers their voters and their constituents the nanny state without the actual nanny, that's what gets Democrats in trouble. But here's the thing. Unfortunately, the right-wing media has been very successful making it sound like that only leftists and only Democrats are violent against these peaceful, reasonable, good-hearted conservatives. Let me tell you, in 2017, Greg Gianforte, who is currently the governor of Montana, my condolences to the people of Montana, was running for a special election in Congress in 2017. And a reporter from The Guardian, if you don't know what The Guardian is a left-wing newspaper in Great Britain, a wonderful newspaper, by the way. He was asking some questions to Greg Gianforte, and he physically attacked this reporter, body slammed this reporter, and got a light sentence. He won that congressional election the very next day and got a light sentence, did community service. And that asshole still got elected as governor later on. And I'm not making this up. I will put the link below. Explaining all that away when this commentary is over. July 2008, in Knoxville, Tennessee, a Unitarian Universalist church was holding its service on a Sunday morning. James Atkins, who is a right-wing political ideological hack, an activist, went into this Unitarian church because he hated African Americans, he hated Muslims, he hated gay people, he hated liberals, and he hated Democrats. And he went into this church because he couldn't get at Nancy Pelosi or high-level Democrats in Congress or what have you, who he wants to go and murder. So he went into this Unitarian church and he started shooting at the people in the congregation. And 7 people were injured, and I believe 2 people were killed. And he basically said, when he was restrained, he said he did it because he hates liberals and he thinks that liberals ought to be executed. Now, that's a whole different kettle of fish from being subjected to somebody, some purple hair or pink hair SJW, throwing an egg at someone. And, but, here's the thing. The right wing would just sweep this under the rug, and when an actual left-wing activist engages in violence, you'll never hear the end of it from Fox News. You'll never hear the end of it from talk radio. You'll never hear the end of it from social media types online, the online conservative folks. You'll never hear the end of it. They'll put the framing that only one side does all this shit, and that they're just, they're just reasonable people, and they don't mean to harm anybody. When even though I don't condone violence against anybody, not even conservatives, I do not condone any violence against anybody. What prompts these progressives, when some of these progressives go and take it a step too far, has it ever occurred to them that their hurtful policies toward the poor, toward people of color, toward the retribution that exists within the criminal justice system, that many of the conservative policies, which are very, very much into causing misery against the people that they despise. And has it ever occurred to them that their horrible policies probably motivated some of these left-wing activists taking a stretch too far to do what they did? No, because they're sadistic. A lot of these folks are sadistic assholes and love to go and persecute people and harm people. I mean, Mitch McConnell was bragging that the Republicans did not one Republican voted to extend the money, the stimulus checks of $1,400 to the American people. He thought that was something to be proud of because, again, he's a sadistic asshole. You know Mitch McConnell, the Senate Majority Leader. I'm Mitch McConnell, and I'm an asshole. You know that guy. Anyway, I am going to put the link down on the Unitarian Church shooting that happened in the year 2008, and there's no way it could be disputed that it was a right-wing activist motivated by his irrational hatred of liberals. But, as I said, we have Americans believing that only liberals are doing this, bullying conservatives, and the conservatives are just sweet and spice and everything nice. And that's not the case. And I'm not saying that every conservative is a sadistic asshole, what have you, either. And I do believe in the free exchange of ideas. I do. I believe in the free exchange of ideas. But this culture war and the way that the framing goes, it gets on my nerves, and they are allowed to get away with these lies, and I'm going to be here to do everything I can to refute these lies. And yeah, it's true, I'm a tribalist when it comes to politics. Now, I am a tribalist, and I am defending my left, my fellow leftists, because the majority of my fellow leftists are basically good people trying to initiate good policies to basically fight the war against poverty and to reverse this income inequality crap that's been going on. We want good paying jobs with good paying benefits. We want people with retirement and generous vacation time. We want to see equality for everybody. We want to see a tolerant society where there is racial equality. There is equality for the LGBTQ community. There is equality for people regardless of their religious beliefs or their indifference or even their particular dislike for all religions. That's what the progressives are for. And to end these never-ending neocon wars. I am a leftist because I'm for good things. I'm not saying that if you're a conservative, that you're a bad person. I think that a lot of conservatives take wrongful positions because they really believe it's the best way to have good things happening. I'm going to take them at good faith. But there are people on the far right and people who take their politics a step too far, and they want to go and inflict harm against their political opponents. And it's more commonplace on the right than it is on the left. And I don't care who's doing it. I don't care what ideological flavor you're embracing or what team you're playing for. Two wrongs never, ever makes a right. And, as I said, it was wrong what was attempted to be happening to Larry Elder the other day. I don't like Larry Elder. I think he's going to be wrong for California, but at the same time, you don't go throw an egg or throw an object at someone. And for God's sake, you don't wear a gorilla mask in doing so. I mean, that was just that just played right into the right wing's partisan smear game right there. If you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree, well, comment anyway. We'll have a conversation. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it because we are the muckrakers of our time. Also, please feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell, so you're kept up to date by yours truly. I am American Social Democracy. Peace, class struggle, absolutely now.